The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. This, although it looks like a fiction book, is a nonfiction book, which means it gives you real information. There's a special name for this kind of a book. It's called a biography, which means it is a book written all about somebody's life. So that picture there is Dr. Temple Grandin, and I think you're going to find her very interesting. Are you ready for the story? All right, here we go. The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. If you've ever felt different, if you've ever been low, if you don't quite fit in, there's a name you should know. Temple Grandin's that name. In her tale you'll find glory. So get ready, get set for this cowgirl's true story. In the city of Boston, one hot summer day, a sweet baby was born. It was Temple, hooray! Unique from the start, an unusual girl, she loved spinning in circles and watching things twirl. But some things she hated, like certain loud sounds or bright crowded places, large cities, and towns. Frilly dresses with tags made her itch, pull, and tug. Something else that she hated? A big squeezy hug. A shy loner, this Temple, but when she got mad, when her feelings of stress and frustration got bad, quite a tantrum she'd throw. Kick, holler, bang, shriek! Yet still by age 3, not one word did she speak. She'll never be normal, was what some did say. Her brain's not quite right, you must send her away. Away? Not my Temple, her mother proclaimed. We'll figure this out. You should all be ashamed. Then little by little, though sometimes she balked, special teachers helped Temple, and one day she talked. And that thing with her brain, it was autism, see? She was different, not less, they all finally agreed. Like most kids her age, she loved ice cream and art, but the way Temple thought, that's what set her apart. If something was mentioned, for instance, a fly, in her mind she'd see dozens of photos buzz by. When the time came for school, let's just say that was hard. Kids taunted and chased her all over the yard. They picked on poor Temple, how crazy it drove her. They teased her for saying things over and over. Look at her! And over and over and over. Until finally she snapped. Yes, she did. Lost her cool. Threw a book at a kid and was kicked out of school. No one really got Temple, then again, the truth of it was, Temple didn't get them. You'll need time away, said her mom. That's what's best. You'll go visit your aunt on a ranch way out west. And guess what? Fitting in on a farm was less stress, since pigs didn't care if her hair was a mess. Quite a sweet spot she had for the cows. Quite a sweet spot she had for the cows in their herds, such big gentle beasts who knew nothing of words. As she watched her friends, a thought popped into her head. These cows think like me, in pictures instead. At a new school that fall, Temple found more support, and a teacher who taught her, you'll never fall short. When you find what you're good at, like science, you'll soar. And that teacher was right. He had opened a door. So she built a machine like she'd seen on some farms, an invention that hugged her with boards and not arms. It worked. She had done it. From memory, it's true. And just like the cows, it made Temple calm too. I'm special, she thought, like a bright shooting star. My attention to details could help me go far. Through her studies, she learned Through her studies, she learned there were farms not so kind. I will help them, she said. Some solutions she'd find. And then something cool. Can you guess? Could it be? Off to college she went. A degree? She earned 3. And though ladies weren't experts on farms at that time, do you think that stopped Temple? No way! She did fine. She stepped through that door and went forward, no tears. She took on the world, but at times she had fears. Because some things were scary, like people she'd meet who would ignore her ideas and, well, wouldn't be sweet. But she never gave up, learned her stuff through and through, like why cattle will circle and what makes them moo. To build better farms was her goal. She would do it. Be kind to our creatures. They have feelings. She knew it. And slowly but surely she changed many minds until farm after farm built her awesome designs. Word spread about Temple, her feet's not so small. Temple Grandin, she's grand. She's the grandest of all. Now for these things and more, she's won honors and prizes, and a movie was made. But the biggest surprise is that girl with the future that couldn't be bleaker. Yes, the one silent girl. She is now a big speaker. Today she spreads hope with her stories and speeches. From New York to Sydney to Rome, Temple teaches. Each person is special, so unique are our minds. This world needs your ideas. It takes all kinds of brains. It takes brains of all kinds. So here is the lesson. Feeling odd or offbeat, being different might just be what makes you so neat. Don't let doubt hold you back, not for one more minute. Stand tall and like Temple, march right through that door. This is a note from Temple to all of you. Dear reader, as a child, I was really glad that my mother always encouraged my ability in art. I encourage you to find something you are good at and work on developing it. If you are interested in becoming a scientist like me, find cool ways to look at things, such as microscopes and telescopes. Explore nature. Think up your own hands-on science experiments. Keep learning, especially from your mistakes. Temple Grandin. And here is a timeline. We've seen some of these in our scholastic news, and it starts at 1947 where she was born, and it ends here in the present. It talks about all the important things she did. So in 1947, she was born on August 29th in Boston, Massachusetts. In 1950, she was diagnosed with brain damage, quickly recognized as autism. In 1951, she begins to speak up with help from tutors in speech therapy. 2 things happen in 1961. She starts Hampshire Country School and meets Dr. Carluck, and she gets expelled from her school for her bad temper. Oh, I was wrong. There's 3 things. And she spends summer on her Aunt Anne's ranch in Arizona. In 1965, she invents her squeeze machine. In 1970, she earns a psychology degree from Franklin Pierce College. In 1973, she begins writing articles as livestock editor for Arizona Farmer Ranchman. In 1975, she earns a master's degree in animal science from Arizona State University. In 1976, she invents a curved chute system for cattle. In 1985, she speaks publicly for the first time at an Autism Society of America conference. In 1989, she earns her doctoral degree in animal science from the University of Illinois. We're way over here now. 1990, she installs the first center track restrainer system for livestock. In 2005, she writes the first New York Times bestseller, Animals in Translation. Four things happen in 2010. She's named a fellow by the American Society of Animal Science. She becomes the subject of an HBO award-winning movie, Temple Grandin. She's inducted into the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame, and she is not named one of Time Magazine's most 100 influential people. In 2015, she is inducted into the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. And present, which means right now, she lives in Fort Collins, Colorado. She is a professor of animal science at Colorado State University. She continues to write, speak, conduct research, and teach about animal science and autism. And that is the end of our story. I hope that you enjoyed learning all about Dr. Temple Grandin.